Yashodanandana Brajajannaranjana Yashodanandana Brajajannaranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Om Vishnu Bada Brahman Sarvajakaacharya Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai Jai Om Vishnu Bada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Sri Prabhupada ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai Nitai Gaur Hari Premanande Hare Hare Krishna. So Prabhu asked me that he doesn't know how I do so many things. Well, I do not do. I get it done. That's the best way to do things. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to hear something from this Bhagavad Mahapuran to purify our heart. And when I heard that the system here is to read 4-5 verses and then go on the last one. So we'll be reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, chapter 18. I believe text 14 in 19, right? That's what I said, 14 to 19. No. Yeah. Right. Right. That's what. Okay. Anyway, so this is new to me because in India we take one sloka. There's no purport, then go other one. However, in 1982, when I came first time to USA, in New Vrindavan, they had this kind of system. They read 4-5 verses, and a speaker did not speak. He spoke only on one verse, but other devotees were speaking on one verse. They were giving their conclusion. I felt that was very good. That was like Machita Madhagata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Kathayantascha Mam Nityam Tusyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. So whatever it may be, so I don't know how to start. So I repeat the verse number 19 or yeah. Is it louder? Yeah. Hare Krishna. So I am supposed to read verse number 19 or how? Okay. All right. No. I will follow the law of the land. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Since we are going to read 19, so I'll just repeat. Kindly repeat after me. स्त्रियः व्रतै त्वा ऋषिकेश्वरं स्वतः हि आराध्य लोके पतिम आसात आसस्ते अनयम तासाम न ते वै परि परिपान्ति अपत्यम प्रियम धन आयु आयु आयुमसि यतः अस्वतंत्रः स्त्रियो वर्तयित्वा ऋषिकेश्वरो सतो हिराध्यलोके पतिमासस्तेन्यम् तासां न ते वै परिपात्य पत्यम् तासां न ते वै परिपान्त्य पत्यम् प्रियं धनायुष्यतो यशन्त्रम् प्रियं धनायुष्यतो असत्वतन्त्रम् प्रियो वर्तयित्वा ऋषिकेश्वरं सतो हिराध्यलोके पतिमासतेन्मयम् तासां न ते वै परिपान्त्य पत्यम् प्रियं धनायुषीं यतो असुतन्त्रा प्रियो व्रतयित्वा ऋषिकेश्वरं सतो हिराध्यलोके पतिमासतेन्नयम् तासां न ते वै परिपान्त्य पत्यम् प्रियं धनायुषित ततो स्वतन्त्रा Striyaha, all women. Vratai, by observing fasting and other vows. Tva, you. ISKCON, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Master of the senses. Swataha, of your own accord. He, certainly. Aradhya, worshipping. Loke, in the world. Patim, a husband. Asaste, ask for. Anyam, another. Tasam, of all those women. Na, not. Te, the husband. Vai, indeed. Paripanti, able to protect. Apatyam, the children. Priyam, very dear. Dhana, the wealth. Ayumsi, or the duration of life. Yataha, because. Aswatantraha, dependent. Translation and purport. So, should we go back and read those verses, or I just read that now? Okay. My dear Lord, you are certainly a fully independent master of all the senses. Therefore, all women worship you by strictly observing Hajj, because they wish to acquire a husband to satisfy their senses, are surely under illusion. They do not know that such a husband cannot actually give protection to them or their children, nor can he protect their wealth or duration of life. For he himself is dependent on time, fruitive results, and the modes of nature, which are all subordinate to you. Purport by Divine Guest, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this verse, Lakshmi Devi, Rama, shows compassion towards women who worship the Lord for the benediction of possessing a good husband. Although such women desire to be happy with children, wealth, a long duration of life, and everything dear to them, they cannot possibly do so. In the material world, a so-called husband is dependent on the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are many examples of a woman whose husband, being dependent on the result of his own fruitive action, cannot maintain his wife, her children, her wealth, her duration of life. Therefore, factually, the only real husband of all the women is Krishna, the supreme husband. Because the gopis were liberated souls, they understood this fact. Therefore, they rejected their material husband and accepted Krishna as their real husband. Krishna is the real husband, not only of the gopis, but of every living entity. Everyone should perfectly understand that Krishna is the real husband of all the living entities, who are described in Bhagavad Gita as Prakriti, female, not Purusha or male. In Bhagavad Gita 10:12, only Krishna addressed as Purusham, Param Brahma, Param Dhamam, Pavitram Paramam Bhavam, Purusham Saswatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhu. You are the supreme Brahman, the ultimate, the supreme abode and purifier, the absolute truth and the eternal divine person. You are the you are the primal God, transcendental and original, and you are the unborn and all-pervading beauty. Krishna is the original Purusha, and the living entities are Prakriti. Thus, Krishna is the enjoyer, and all living entities are meant to be enjoyed by him. Therefore, any woman who seeks a material husband for her protection, or any man who desires to become the husband of a woman, is under illusion. To become a husband means to maintain a wife and children nicely by supplying wealth and security. However, a material husband cannot possibly do this, for he is dependent on his karma. Karmana daiva nitrena. His circumstances are determined by his past fruitive activities. Therefore, if one proudly thinks he can protect his wife, he is under illusion. Krishna is the only husband. Therefore, the relationship between a husband and wife is in this material world cannot be absolute, because we have the desire to marry. Krishna mercifully allows the so-called husband to possess a wife, and the wife is possess a so-called husband for mutual satisfaction. In Isopanishad it is said, Tena taktena bhunjitha. The Lord provides everyone with his quota. Actually, however, every living entity is Prakriti or female, and Krishna is the only husband. Ekale swara Krishna ar sabhavrit, jeke jaise nachai se taiche kare nrit. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 5:142. Krishna is the original master or husband of everyone, and all other living entities, having taken the form of so-called husband or wife, are dancing according to his desire. A so-called husband may unite with his wife for sense gratification, but his senses are conducted by ISKCON, the master of senses, who is therefore the actual husband. Om Tat Sat. So, we go back. So let's start one by one. You want to start?
15. Go to 15, please. Sukadev Goswami continued, in the tract of land called Katemala Varsa, Lord Vishnu lives in the form of Kamadeva, only for the satisfaction of his devotees. These include Lakshmiji, the goddess of fortune, the Prajapati, Samavatsara, and all of the Samavatsara's sons and daughters. The controlling deities of the nights and his sons are considered the controllers of the days. The Prajapati's offspring number 36,000, one for each day and each night in the lifetime of a human being. At the end of each year, the Prajapati's daughters become very agitated upon seeing the extremely effulgent disk of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus they all suffer miscarriages.
In Ketumala Varsha, Lord Kamadev, Pradyumna, moves very graciously. His mild smile is very beautiful, and when he increases the beauty of his face by slightly raising his eyebrows and glancing playfully, he pleases the goddess of fortune. Thus he enjoys his transcendental senses.
Accompanied during the daytime by the sons of Prajapati, the predominating deities of the days, and accompanied by the night by his daughters, the deities of the nights, Lakshmi Devi worships the Lord during the period known as Samvatsara in his most merciful form as Kamadev. Fully absorbed in devotional service, she chants the following mantras.
Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord
Rishikesh.
Hirishkesha,
Rishikesha.
the controller of all my senses and the origin of everything, is the supreme master of all bodily, mental, and intellectual activities. He is the only enjoyer of their results. The 5 sense objects and 11 senses include the mind, are his partial manifestations. He supplies all the necessities of life, which are his energy, and thus non-different from him. And he is the cause of everyone's bodily and mental prowess, which is also non-different from him. Indeed, he is the husband and provider of necessities for all living entities. The purpose of all the Vedas is to worship him. Therefore, let us all offer him our respectful obeisances. May he always be favorable towards us in this life and the next.
Text number 20.
He alone, who is never afraid, but who, on the contrary, gives complete shelter to all fearful persons, can actually become a husband and protector. Therefore, my Lord, you are the only husband, and no one else can claim this position. If you were not the only husband, we would be afraid of others. You would be afraid of others. Therefore, persons learned in all Vedic literature accept only your lordship as everyone's master, and they think no one else a better husband and protector than you.
My dear Lord, you automatically fulfill all the desires of a woman who worships your lotus feet in pure love. However, if a woman worships your lotus feet for a particular purpose, you also quickly fulfill her desires. But in the end, she becomes broken-hearted and laments. Therefore, one need not worship your lotus feet for some material benefit.
O Supreme Unconquerable Lord, when they become absorbed in thoughts of material enjoyment, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, as well as the other demigods and demons, undergo severe penances and austerities to receive many benedictions. But I do not favor anyone, however great he may be, unless he is always engaged in the service of your lotus feet. Because I always keep you within my heart, I cannot favor anyone but a devotee.
O infallible one, your lotus palm is source of all benedictions. Therefore, you are the pure devotee. The devotees worship it, and you are very mercifully placed your hand on their heads. I wish that you may also place your hand on my head, for although you already bear my insignia and golden streaks on your chest, I regard this honor as merely a kind of false prestige for me. You show your real mercy to your devotees, not to me. Of course, you are supreme absolute controller, and no one can understand your motives.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्जिन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschadya Dharane. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So up to what time, Nandisa Prabhu? So I leave the translation once again. My dear Lord, you are certainly the fully independent master of all senses. Therefore, all the women who worship you by strictly observing watch because they wish to acquire a husband to satisfy their senses are surely under illusion. They do not know that such a husband cannot actually give protection to them or their children, nor can he protect their wealth or duration of life. For he himself is dependent on time, fruitive result, and the modes of material nature, which are all subordinate to you. Such a wonderful verse and such a wonderful purport. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, there 10 subject matter has been described. Atra sarga visargasya asthanam poshana utaya manamantar isanukatha nirodha mukti asraya. So this particular canto or fifth canto is called asthanam. Asthana means a place where we reside. So everybody has place in this universe. These two subject matter, Sarga, the creation by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Visarga, the creation by Brahma with the substance that was given to him by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, 24 elements. So Brahma started creating, and when he created, just like when we start building a house, we design, okay, this part is kitchen, this part is bedroom, this is, this one, like that. So when he was creating, he created, the whole universe for different kind of entities. Okay, somebody who is in mood of goodness, for them, higher planetary system. Urdhva gachanti sattva. One who is in mood of passion, for them, this material world, struggle here. And one who is in mood of ignorance, boom, go down. Now, even in this Bhur Bhuva Swa, in these three planets, there are division. In heavenly planet, there are, 7 division. In hellish planet, there are 7 division. But here, there is only 1 division. So, the Bhuloka is the place. I heard that this is like a airport from where the flight goes to everywhere. From here, from Bhuloka, you can go back home, back to Godhead. You can go to heavenly planet. You can go to hellish planet, anywhere. But from the Bhuloka, from this earthly planet. And that also, there are 84,100,000 species of life. And out of all of them, the human form of life is very, very important. And this is the life which awards us different destination. And since this earthly planet is so important that even demigod, they want to come and take birth here. Because this is only international airport, no universal airport, that you can go anywhere from here. They also want to come here. Just imagine our fortune. How fortunate we are that here we are. Just we have to catch the flight. We have to decide which flight I want to catch. If I want to go back home, back to Godhead, then there is flight available. If I want to go heavenly planet, there is flight available. If I want to go helly planets, there is flight available. If you want to go back home, back to Godhead, there is flight available. Read Srimad Bhagavatam as we are doing. Follow for a good principle. Chant minimum 16 rounds. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Perform devotional service, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pasevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. And this way, end of the life, you'll be able to remember Krishna and go back home, back to Godhead. That's one way to catch one flight. Well, if somebody doesn't want to go there and he wants to go heavenly planet, all right, you can do a lot of pious activities. Do piety, dig a well, open a hospital, school. By that way, you can go there. Now, what happens if one takes the flight which takes him to back home, back to Godhead? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, if anybody comes to me, yad gatvana nivartante tad dham paramam mama. That abode is the supreme abode that is known as Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means free from anxiety. The only place where there is no anxiety. Vaikuntha or a spiritual world or in material world, the temple of Krishna consciousness moment. Prabhupada said, there is no anxiety. Because Krishna is there to take care. Now, we may go to heavenly planet by working so hard, doing so many other things. But what is the result? Even after going there, you have to come back. Chine pune martalokam visanti evam traidhar manu prapanna gatagatam kam kamalabhante. When all the punya or piety is finished, then you have to come back again here. And if you commit sins, you catch the other flight, then go to hell's planet where a lot of tribulation is there. Lot of suffering is there. So choice is ours. Which one we want to take, which flight we want to take. And of course, intelligent person is one, whether man or woman or whoever is there. The one who takes the flight which takes us back home, back to Godhead. That flight one should take. And we should not get involved in this material world to try to make things happy. Now, in this particular verse, Lakshmi Devi is condemning. Of course, she is woman, she is a wife. So she is talking about woman. And I want to be very careful talking about women here in America. In India, I can talk anything, no problem. But in America, I want to be very careful. So, here Lakshmi ji is talking something with her own example. Because she knows that who is the supreme husband. The word pati means protector. Pati means protector, one who protects. Is called Pati. And Krishna is the supreme protector. As Sukadeva Goswami said, anybody remember the sloka? Riya Pati, heard that? It is in second canto. Anyway, so he is the supreme husband of everything. He is supreme husband. And if we satisfy Krishna, then all the Pati will be satisfied. And actually the real job of a Pati or a husband is to bring the wife back home, back to Godhead. That is the real job. Pitan sasyat, janani na sasyat, pati na sasyat. That husband is not husband who cannot deliver his dependent or his wife back home, back to God. He doesn't send. So he is not a husband. So here she is saying that the women usually they want a good husband, wealth, prestige, ornament, children, etc. That makes them happy. And in order to get those things, they worship Hrishikesha. He said, Istriyo Bratai Twa Hrishikeswaro Sato. O my Lord, O Hrishikesh, the Istriya or the woman, they perform different kind, they take different kind of bhav, brataha. Now, after some time, in month of November, the one brat will come, that in Bihar and UP they perform, that is called Chhat Brat. In India, it is winter season, and the woman, they worship sun god for long life of the husband. And for that, they had to, 3 days, they had to be in water without eating or anything. They perform that kind of brata. Not only here, even in Ramayana, Mother Sita, she wanted Lord Ram to be her husband. So, she was worshipping goddess Durga. She went to worship to give a good husband. Same way, Rukmini Devi, she wanted Krishna to her husband. And she went to her Kul Devi to pray. So it's not something new. Same way, the gopis in Braj, they are performing Katyayani Vrat. And what is Katyayani Vrat? Katyayani Vrat is nothing but worshipping Katyayani Devi so that Krishna can be their husband. And they had to go in the winter season, very chilly winter season, stand in the water and worship Katyayani Devi. So Krishna was very happy with them. And one day, when they were performing Katyayani Vrat in the water, they hang the cloth on the Kadamba tree. I mean, they kept down. And Krishna took all the cloth and climbed on Kadamba tree. And it's famous in Vrindavan called Chir Ghat. Krishna stole the garment of the gopis. And when the gopis came, they didn't see their garment. What happened? They saw Krishna had. They were hiding their private part and they were begging Krishna. And Krishna said, no, if you want your cloth, then you have to raise your hand and ask for your cloth. And Prabhupada in purport, he writes, Krishna book, that a woman can only be naked in front of her husband, otherwise no one else, because he is the pati. So even the Brajavasi or gopis, they were worshipping Krishna in that way. So he said, he means certainly. The woman in this world, certainly, aradhyaloke patipaste anya. They worship you, my Lord, for getting a good husband. But what's the use of that kind of husband? What's the use of that kind of husband? That he cannot protect anything they want. He provides them wealth. The wealth cannot protect us. Wealth cannot protect us from birth and death. Our children cannot protect us. We all have to go through birth, death, old age and disease. Can anybody protect? No. Krishna is the only husband. He is the only supreme husband. Ishvara Paramaha Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. He is the only supreme controller, only supreme husband. Once, Lakshmi Devi and Vishnu, it was Sunday, they were sitting together and Lakshmi Devi asked Vishnu, my Lord, this creation I've heard that 3 of you take care. Brahma creates the everything. Shiva destroys everything. And you maintain everything. So Vishnu said, yes, I also heard something like that. Then Lakshmi asked, but how is it possible? All the need of the people I provide. You want house, you need money, right? You want cloth, you need money. Anything you need in this material world, you need Lakshmi. Without Lakshmi, how will you get? So she said, if I am providing all the wealth, then how you become maintainer? So Vishnu said, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right, let us call the meeting. Something happened, call the meeting. They call the meeting of all the demigods and appoint you as a maintainer of the universe. So Lakshmi was feeling very happy that Lord is also accepting that I am maintainer. So she wanted to show this with practical example. So they went for a walk. So Lord climbed on Garuna, and Lakshmi Devi also climbed. And they were going, there was a dead person, a dead man. And they were taking, in India, they take dead man for cremation. Not like here, put in coffin and take it. But there, they really, the sons and relative, the poor person, they have to carry the dead man. So, when they were taking the dead man for cremation, then Lakshmi, she was so happy, she wanted to show by example that how she is maintainer. So, she started, just to put her hand like this, she started throwing some gold coin. There was a rain of gold coin. What would have you done if you were taking your father on your shoulder for cremation and there is a rain of gold coin? What will you do? What will you do? Exactly. So everybody started doing that one. They put the dead body down there and they started picking the gold coin. And Lakshmi was very happy. So she told Vishnu, can you see how I am maintaining? So Vishnu said, yes, I can see how you are spreading irreligion. How you are destroying the religion. And Lakshmi got upset. How am I destroying the religion? According to a scripture, if you take a dead body from the house, you have to take to cremation place. If you live in between, then he becomes ghost. He hunted by the ghost. The ghosts are also there looking for this kind of body. He becomes a ghost. So that's a religion. One is not supposed to keep the body. Just take the body to cremation place. Then Vishnu asked Lakshmi, oh, anyway, now I got a question. So Lakshmi said, okay, what is your question? She was very happy. She said, what is your question? So Vishnu said, when you are throwing the gold coin, everybody was grabbing the gold coin, but the one who was sleeping or one who are dead. So if your gold coin is maintaining everybody, if you are maintainer, then how come that man who was sleeping or who are dead was not taking the gold coin? So Lakshmi has no answer. She started scratching her head. And women, when they have no answer, they start crying. So she started crying. And then Vishnu said, all right, don't worry. He said, you know why those people were picking the gold coin? Because I was there in their heart. And why this man is not picking their gold coin? Because I have left from his heart. So my dear Lakshmi, do not become proud. Even the people, they respect you because I am there. If I am not there, nobody will bother for you. Just like this dead man. So Krishna is the supreme maintainer. He is the supreme pati. He is the Supreme Pati. And that was illustrated by this story. That we have existence because of Krishna. And Paramatma is so kind. He is always with us. Even we go in a stool, in a warm body, still Paramatma with us. Even if we go in a hog body, Krishna is with us. Even if we go human body, Krishna is with us as Paramatma. So only due to him, a soul has existence. So Paramatma is so kind. So therefore, Krishna is the supreme maintainer. And it's not forget about the woman, even man. Okay, here it talks about the woman who worship Sri Kesa for getting material things. So do the man they do. Whether a man or woman, anybody, worship the Lord for material thing, then that person is not very intelligent person. Whoever it may be. One should not approach the Lord for any material thing. Rather, one should approach the Lord only for one thing, and that is to please Him. Anya vilas dasunya jnana karamad anabrita anukullena Krishna anusilanam bhaktir uttama. This topmost devotion that we should do everything unmotivated. Anukullena Krishna, according to something that which can please Krishna, favorable to Krishna. Anukulena. And when Krishna is pleased, he will thank you very much. I am very happy with your service. It's anustilanam. So if we do this part, that we please Krishna, then all our necessity is taken care of Him. Even we, last night only I was talking, that we do not know what is our necessity. We really do not know what is our necessity. We know what I need now, but I do not know what I need down the line. But Krishna knows everything. Aham sarvasya prabhava matne. Aham vedaham samtitani vartamanani cha arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani. He knows everything. So the best thing is to just surrender to Krishna. And rest, Krishna will take care. Yoga chema vahami ham. So we do not need any separate arrangement to go to our Lord and ask for some material thing. It's really not very intelligent. And Prabhupada gives an example of a woman that she was, the woman, the people, they used to go to forest and pick up the wood picker. And by evening they used to come with the wood. So all the men and young lady, they have walked fast. But this old lady, she had a bundle of wood on her head. And she was carrying, it was getting dark. And unfortunately, she hurt herself and the wood fell. It was dark, getting dark. The forest was very ferocious. Ferocious animals were there, dense forest. So she became scared. But somehow or other she had heard, if nobody is there to help, Vishnu will come to help. Hari will come to help. So she started calling for Lord wholeheartedly. Like somebody asked Prabhupada, how long it will take for us to come back to Godhead? And Prabhupada said, 1 second. Not too much. It depends on our density, how we are calling. Like in our chanting, Prabhupada said, our chanting should be genuine, like a child crying for mother. So our prayer should be genuine. So that lady, she was praying to Vishnu genuinely, that please come and help me. Please, please. And when Lord saw her genuine desire, then He appeared. I mean, in our service, we have to be genuine. And just now, next month, Damodar Leela is coming. Mother Jashoda was so genuine. She wanted to catch Krishna. Krishna was running everywhere. He can run faster than fastest. Even the yogi cannot catch him. But here the Mother Yashoda, she wanted to catch. And she was genuine. Same way, she wanted to tie Krishna. Again, she was genuine. And by seeing the genuinity of Mother Yashoda, Krishna got caught and he got tied. It's a very, very, important that in our devotional service, we must be very genuine. Let us not do time pass. Let us not do, oh, very nice, free prasadam, free accommodation, very nice. No. We are not fooling other, but we are being fooled by not being genuine. So this lady was very genuine and she was really praying to the Lord. And then Lord appeared. When Lord appeared, he said, Mother, what can I do for you? Here the Supreme Personality of Godhead, husband of Goddess of Fortune, he can do anything and everything. But what did she ask? He said, my dear Lord, this bundle of wood has fallen. Can you pick it and put on my head? Assist me. The burden has fallen and she is asking, please put on my head. Is not foolishness? Is not foolishness? Lord could do anything. But to God foolishness. So, we should not approach to the Lord for a small thing. Or for anything. Just don't ask anything. There is other example of Sudama, Vipra. Sudama was asked, insisted by his wife to go to Dwarika to get something from Krishna. When he went there, usually when we go to some rich person, we look at his house, wow, fantastic house, this one, that one, and what can I ask? But seeing all these things, Sudama forgot. He didn't ask anything. In return, Krishna gave more than Sudama could even imagine. The best part is, let us not ask anything. Savai punsa paro dharmo yataro bhaktir adhokchaje ahetuki apratihata yayatma samprasiddhati. One can be joyful or happy by worshipping adhokchaja or Hrishikesha. And how that worship had to be done? How that bhakti had to be done? Bhakti means bhajasevaya iti bhakti. Do service to the Lord. And how to do the serve? Ahetuki. Unmotivated. Apratihata. Uninterrupted. Do everything every day. Every day and unmotivated. These two things will make us happy. And that is the best way to do. So here, in this particular verse, Lakshmi Devi is condemning. Of course, she is talking about the woman. But forget about woman, man also. Anyone who goes to the Lord for any material benefit, they are full, number one. They should not ask Lord for any material thing. So I will just read the translation once more. It's really very good verse. My dear Lord, you are certainly the fully independent master of all senses. Therefore, all women who worship you by strictly observing vow, because they wish to acquire a husband to satisfy their senses, are surely under illusion. They do not know that such a husband cannot actually give protection to them or their children, nor can he protect their wealth or duration of life, for he himself is dependent on time, fruitive results, and moods of material nature, which are all subordinate to you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any question or comment?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Haribol.
Thank you for a nice class. Yeah, I just wanted to maybe if you could speak on this class was a little heavy on the I know the overarching theme was that we're all Prakriti, we're all feminine by nature, and Krishna's the only masculine, and we all have these qualities to some degree, but there was a lot of underlying, like, women are more materialistic, women are this, women are that. There was an underlying thread of that throughout. So I just wanted to balance the scale. Maybe you can talk about how women can also be the deliverers of their husband, in that, like the example of the wives of Kaliya or the wives of the Brahmanas, due to soft-hearted nature as well. Maybe you can speak something about that.
That's very true. What you said, whether so long as we are on bodily platform of man and woman, will be cheated. There's no question of superior or inferior. The problem is the bodily consciousness. We have come here, whether man or woman. We have come here to enjoy, basically. Therefore, Bhagavatam said, Savai Pumsam Paro Dharma. Pumsa does not mean man. Pumsa means Purusha, means enjoyer. So whether man or woman, anybody, they have come here to enjoy. And both are being fooled with this idea that I have come here to enjoy. Only solution is to become Krishna conscious, whether man or woman. If a woman becomes Krishna conscious, she can deliver, as you rightly said. Look at the wife of the Kaliyaj or the wife of the Brahmanaj. Look at the Gopis. The woman can also deliver. That's why she is called mother. In Hindi, called Mata. Ma means where there is not, and Ta means distress. That is called Mata. If you have a mother alive, and today you have some problem, mental, you are very disturbed, just go to her. Put your head on her lap. 5 minutes. You will say, Chumantar. That will go, your anxiety will go away. All your problem will go away. I am telling with my practical example. And you all can try. They are called Mata. Ma means whether no, and Ta means tap or distress. And Pita means Pivato Tapo iti Pita. One who can drink the distress of children without telling. That is called Pita. So each word has a great meaning. So again, coming back, real thing is to become Krishna conscious. Otherwise, we will go on discussing, who is superior, man is superior, woman is superior, and go on fighting. Nothing is going to solve. If you want to solve, akamo sarvakamo va mukchakamo daradi brahma bhakti yoge na jeta purusha pura. Just surrender to Krishna. That's it. So you question and you also answer same thing. So no problem. Any other question? Yes, Prabhu.
I've heard that Krishna is fulfilling everyone's desires. It was also mentioned in one of those verses that Krishna is fulfilling Krishna's desires.
Krishna is fulfilling
his own desires, or everything's going according to his plans.
Right.
So how is we want to understand who's the doer? How is it the living entity that's Jiva Tattva is able to be the doer? Is like he wants to do things. Let's say he wants to become the president of a country, or be a star athlete, or whatever it is he or she wants to do. How is it getting done? Is it, if it's not according to the plan of Krishna, like if everything's done according to Krishna's plans, then why wouldn't he just make everybody be a devotee and act under his direction?
Karmannevadhikarasthe ma phalesu kudachana. He, of course, fulfill the desire. If you go shopkeeper, he will fulfill your desire. You want gold, gold jewelry or diamond jewelry. He has everything, but you have to pay the money. You have to have money. So same way, Krishna is ready to fulfill the desire. But you have to do the work, you have to do the karma. And according to karma, you do this thing. You get this thing. I always give example of, no, I don't know here, but in India, if you go to airport, catch a taxi and say taxi, okay, let's take me to airport. Taxi wala will bring you to airport. But you have to pay the price. You have to pay the fare. You cannot say, hey, this is your taxi, you are driving, you brought me here, why should I pay? Because you desire. You desire, thus you have to pay. So in this material world, the desire we have because you are part and parcel of Krishna. And Krishna also have desire. So his desire is transcendental desire. Our desire is material desire. But when our desire also get connected to Krishna's desire, then devotee do not have to ask anything. Krishna will fulfill without asking. The whole process is to connect our desire, the desire of Krishna. And then there is no problem. Just we have independent desire. Although we are not independent, it said aswatantrata. This word says aswatantrata. We are not independent. We think that we are independent. Prabhupada said we are dependent for everything. Even just you have to go to nature call, you can say, oh, I am independent, I don't need to go bathroom. You run looking for where is toilet. If somebody comes to $1 million, come and take it here. No, wait. Let me go bathroom first. We are not independent. We are dependent. So, if you want to desire something independent of Krishna, then Krishna will provide according to our karma, whatever price we pay. And if we have dovetail our desire totally in service of Krishna, then yoga chema mahami ham. Then he takes care. Does it make clear? Or anybody wants to? I was looking at the desire when he said Krishna also have his desire. I thought, oh, he had desire because we have desire because he had desire. They are part and parcel. So he desire, we desire. But only thing that he desire is pure desire. Our desire is mixed desire. Only thing. Alright, so we'll stop here. Thank you very much for giving opportunity. By the way, this verse is very good. And please read the purport of other verse also. Jai Shri Prabhupada.